Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Crazy Game Monkey here, and today we're going to be discussing the new changes for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5. And let's go ahead and start off with the most obvious. As you guys know, the stadium roof actually is blown off and opens up, which gives access to different areas of stadium, such as underground parking, the whole stadium, interior lobbies, and different rooms as well. So now, as posted by Activision, it's time to retool your strategy and rethink your drop plans around this massive superstructure with the pitch surrounded by rows of seating, additional underground parking structure, a concession stand lobby, as well as other multiple interior concourses and field access you can secure and completely control. As well as another area that did open up is train station, which now gives access to the interior of buildings, which kind of gives it like a mall or like a substation, subway station feel to it. And as well as the description says, the stadium isn't the only large-scale location getting interior access, as well as the train station is open up for operators. It features a number of inside locations to explore, all linked to the main ticket hall and platforms. And these changes the overall look, feel, and tactical outlook in and around this area of the Warzone map. And then one last big change is the freight train, which is a hulking freight train is on the path of destruction, and it is up to you and your fellow operators to use this locomotive behemoth to your tactical advantage. The train rolls through one of the main arterial roads tracks that pretty much drives around or moves around the southern west part of Verdansk in a large loop. It can be a source of protection, an epicenter of firefights, and even offers some exceptional takedown potential if your team claims the train for themselves and guards it with additional vehicles and heavy weaponry. I'm pretty sure based on the trailer, as you guys noticed, that there is at least a couple of legendary loot crates that you could actually access or you could actually get from the moving train itself. Another big change is that they now added repels, like exterior ascenders on top of most of the large buildings, like the very large buildings, not really like the 2-story buildings, but most of like the large ones, you know, the ones where all the campers are pretty much annoying and they just camp up there with their only one entrance, pretty much guarding that door with their life. Now there's multiple ways to actually get up there, so now they're gonna have to rethink their strategy, and you're probably going to be able to kill those people a little bit faster. For example, like the most wanted. A lot of people get the most wanted, get a helicopter, fly all the way up there, and pretty much, you know, it's a risk trying to kill them, especially when there's one ways. And also, as you guys know, you know, they pretty much do this in every season, but the loot crates actually have different weapons and new weapons. Every season they tend to do this. But on this one, it says that there's 8 common weapons that you could find now. 13 uncommon, 15 rare, 19 epic, and 25 legendary weapons and loot crates around Verdansk. And 25 legendary, that sounds pretty good. I mean, you're going to have more chances of getting legendary weapons. As well as the legendary, well, most of the weapons now, most of them have skins. I'm pretty sure, except for the common ones. You know, before, a lot of the weapons didn't really have skins. They were just the default skin or the default color for each weapon. But now, most of the weapons actually have kind of like the blueprints in a sense. And pretty much now the Gulag will now rotate weapons each week as well. So it's not going to be the same weapon throughout the whole season. It's now going to change weapons each week, like the category of weapons, like SMGs, shotguns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, different stuff like that. And then another thing is that they did increase the damage range for all semi-auto DMRs and as well as semi-auto sniper rifles. It did increase the effective damage range for the FR 5.56. And then it also did fix a bug that sometimes on the heartbeat sensor you would pull it out and there would be like a ping, but if you try to search the area, there's no one there. So they did fix that issue, which it did happen to me a couple times. And then now as well is that the players, whenever there's enemies around that deploy recon drone, your own player will have a VO line where it's warning you that there's a recon drone nearby, so that way you could keep your eyes in the skies to see if you can shoot down any of the recon drones, which is pretty cool because sometimes you get tagged and you're like, what, you know, where did I get tagged from? And then as well as most wanted contracts now respawns dead and the Gulag team members. So it doesn't only respawn, your team members that are dead, but as well as waiting in the gulag. And one of my questions that I had about this is that if you get revived by a most wanted, if you're in the gulag, does it save your gulag? The answer is no. So pretty much you use that gulag, if that makes sense, because either way you got sent to the gulag, so it counts as it using it. Another thing is that the vehicles now have what is called war tracks, and then they did announce that there's going to be 3 tracks season launch, which is now. So you are going to be able to drive around while playing these tracks. So it's kind of like the horns. Well, it's not like the horns, like you could customize them kind of like the horns, but pretty much they play throughout the whole drive. And last but not least, they did add a new battle royale mode, which is called mini royale. It is shorter, and it is about half of the players that you're usually used to. I believe it's about 75 players, and then the circle is smaller. So in regular battle royale you have access to the whole map, but now in the mini battle royale one of the circles are already closed in, so it does shorten down the map a little bit, which is a little bit more fast paced. And if you're looking for like a quicker game and you don't have enough time for a full battle royale game, this is probably the game mode for you. And it is probably going to be a little bit faster to get wins on your record with this game mode, because the games are most likely going to be about half the time than a regular battle royale, or who knows, maybe it could be even more than half of the time if the players get killed fast enough. Another thing that they did add to season 5 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare is maps, and one of the maps is Livestock, which is a gunfight map. It's a pretty small map. And another one is Petrov's Oil Rig. It's a larger 6v6 map, as well as Sudal Harbor, I believe you say, which is also another 6v6 multiplayer map. Last but not least, they did add a ground war map, which is Verdansk Airport. Another thing that I did forget to mention is that Warzone also has now trails that you leave behind when you're in the air. So pretty much when you're gliding or deploying, you do leave like a streak mark. If you guys ever played Fortnite, kind of like that in a sense, which is interesting, I guess. It kind of makes the game a little less realistic, but whatever people tend to like, I guess it is okay. And the new playlist that they do have for Season 5 is regular ground war, gunfight blueprints, and the new ones are Oil Rig and Harbor 24/7, Face Off on Livestock, Search and Destroy Double Down. So on Search and Destroy Double Down, it's usually 6v6, but on this one it's actually 12v12, so that should be interesting. And now for the trials on Season 5, they have Gun Course, Shooting Range, Marksman Challenge, Risky Parkour, another Risky Parkour, Quad Race, Price's Alley, Shooting Range, and Behind Enemy Lines. A new weapon that they did add on Season 5 is the Assault Rifle Lima, which is the AN-94, and that one does come with the Hyperburst feature. The initial shot from each trigger pulls fire a rapid 2-round burst before perceived recoil is felt, creating a tightly grouped cluster with increased damage potential. So that's pretty cool. So the first shot, or the first time you pull the trigger, it's pretty much 2 shots at once, and then it goes on to full auto, which should be interesting. And then for the submachine gun, they did add a submachine gun India, which is the ISO, and on this one it's pretty much a 20-round submachine gun, so you are going to go through that clip pretty fast. So it is going to be good to add extended mags on this weapon. Now for the Spec Ops Special Operations, they did add Team Ping on these modes now. So before you wouldn't be able to ping any things or locations, but now you can. And there is a new challenge, which is playing in Bogart, defeat enemies in style while supporting your teammates in these co-op focused missions. Last but not least, survival mode, PlayStation exclusive. I don't know if you guys still remember about this mode, but anyways, they did add a new map, which is Crash. Either way, guys, that's it for this video of Season 5. The big changes that I wanted to go over with, that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are waiting to hear or wanting to hear as well. This is kind of my first informative video that I do like this, so tell me what you guys think, how I should improve, how I could make it more clear or anything like that. Any feedback would be highly appreciated. If you guys liked this video and found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It would help a lot, and as well, I'll be posting more videos relating to this type of things or more gameplay. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Crazy Game Monkey, peace.